The fact I'm a football coach. It's a competitive thing. I despise for people to beat us.
To Elliott, who goes sweeping to the left side. Gets to the 20, loose to the 30, to the 40, down the left side to the 50 goes Elliott. He's going to take it to the house. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Ezekiel Elliott. 85 yards. Back is Dorsey to throw. And he throws it in the end zone. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes win the national championship.
It's Everything Buckeye Nation, the voice of the fan, with your hosts, Jake Smith and Corey Boyd.
This is all Welcome in, everybody. The Everything Buckeye Nation show here. A Producer G production on Fan Chat Nation. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm your host, Jake Smith. As always, next to me, Corey W. Boyd, filled with plenty of swag this evening after a big Browns victory.
Swag on a million.
See Chris Lyons in the comments. How about them Brownies?
Right, Chris, that's right. Let's go.
What's up, Carrie, Cindy Lee, Chuck Roberts with the comment of the night early on. Are you there,
Thank you.
Or is it just a mirage? Thanks, G. The incomparable Producer G,
Our guy.
steering the ship for us tonight.
He's back from Dallas.
Back from Dallas, your
Back from
favorite
that
producer's favorite producer.
Back from that big victory. Amari Cooper in the game.
It's been a good weekend
Man,
for
everybody's
our
football
teams around
teams
here.
are winning. It's what we do.
That's right. Even the Browns.
I never thought I'd be part of that discussion. Winning.
Corey was just saying, hey, I can finally talk some trash in football and NFL. It's been so long.
Let's go.
How about it? Clyde Boyd in the comments. Anna Crispin, go Bucks. Thank you all for joining us on this very fine Tuesday evening in the capital city. Good bit of stuff to get to tonight. We will begin with some Dwayne Haskins Heisman talk. Just some Ohio State football news and notes overall. We'll get into some recruiting. Being that it is not the regular season, there is more time to discuss recruiting, decommits, enrolling early, all kinds of stuff, rumors we're hearing, everything like that. So we'll bring you a lot of that here in the offseason. Talk about some Buckeyes in the NFL. That's nice to have that going on still for the next little over a month and a half. Yeah, something like that. With the playoffs.
Now, the Buckeyes will be in the playoffs.
And we'll talk about some Buckeye basketball as well. Love the Buckeye hoops. And it is exciting that we're getting going in hoops. Natasha is in here. Hey, fellas, go Bucks. Chuck Roberts is laughing about 5 wins. Yeah, Chuck,
Right.
5 wins.
5 wins.
I'm
That's
not a Browns
right.
fan.
That's right, Chuck. 5. 5.
Count 'em.
I'm going to say it.
And a tie.
And a tie. 5.5 to be exact.
That's right.
And Shawnee is over on YouTube. Want to thank everybody on YouTube who is watching as well. She says, okay, I'm here. Hey, guys. Shout out to Shawnee. Let's go. 5 more than last year. Let us have our moment in the sun.
Hey.
As soon as we get a little bit of winning, here they come out the cracks. Oh, 5 wins, that's it. Oh, we were 0-16. What were you saying?
We've got
you can't,
6 Super Bowl
You
rings.
can't even win a game. Now we got 5. Well, it ain't 6.
Hey.
I mean, sorry.
Not till Saturday night in Denver, Colorado.
Let's go.
Shout out Ryan Wickerham, Shar Miller, and Marvin Skipper in the Facebook comment section. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Give us a like and a share if you would, please. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
And also, if you would subscribe to our YouTube page, Everything Buckeye Nation, trying to get that up. So we appreciate you.
Click, click.
So let's begin with our good dear friend, Dwayne Haskins.
Before we go, this is how I feel about the Heisman voters.
Shout out to Kai Gabriel, Daryl Klubeck, and Bruce Ruffing. Marie Amber as well. Marie says, tell Haskins to stay another year. I'll get on that. And Willie Chester, go Bucks. I'll just hit him up real quick. Wouldn't that be nice, man?
I wish we did have it like that. Hold on.
We could tell
I'll
Shawnee
text
to
him right
tell
now.
Mike to tell Dwayne.
Yeah, we'll have Shawnee, who's our connection.
Yeah.
Get the Mikey, get the Dwayne.
Appreciate you all. Bruce says he's a Buckeye fan living in Notre Dame country. This sucks.
Woo! Yeah.
Thank you for fighting the good fight for us, Bruce.
We appreciate that.
Chris Lyon says Heisman is nothing but a popularity contest anymore. And I've got to agree, man. I really
agree.
don't understand the level of disrespect for Dwayne Haskins. It's almost like he didn't break the Big Ten record for passing yards in a season or passing touchdowns in a season and completely led this team. I mean, take Tua off of Alabama, they're probably still going 13-0. Kyler Murray did really well at Oklahoma. The way their offense is set up, I'm sure the backup would do just fine as well. If we didn't have Dwayne Haskins on this Ohio State team this year, we'd be in some deep doo-doo. And I don't think we'd be playing on New Year's Day.
I mean,
almost 5,000 yards, almost 50 touchdowns. Come on, man. I don't know. Everybody in the comments is agreeing here. Why do they treat him like that? Third team All-American, David Campbell says. Yeah, he was third team All-American.
Third.
Come
Okay.
on now.
Okay.
He just said they're just adding fuel to the fire. # scary hours. That's a new one. I'm not familiar with that one, but hey.
Me neither, but I'm going to start using it.
I like it. Brian Schwelling is in Warner Robins, Georgia. What's up, Brian? Thanks for tuning in. David Atchison says Herb Street for Heisman. Alejandro Lopez is in here. Go Dogs. Hey, I got nothing wrong with Georgia.
You know.
I'm trying to remember who Georgia's playing in their bowl game. I think they got who got UCF?
Is it Georgia?
I don't know. I think
I wanted them
Michigan's
to play.
got LSU.
Yeah, I wanted them to play Michigan.
Wouldn't
I
that be-
thought Michigan played Florida. I don't know. Anyways,
Maybe they do play
I
Florida.
think
They
Michigan
do
plays
play
Florida
Florida.
in the Peach Bowl.
Man.
That Peach Bowl. Watch out.
Oh, it's Texas, Alejandro says. That'll be good. Georgia and Texas? That'll be
Okay.
nice. That'll be nice. Randy Russell in here. Eric Damastis. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Randy says the Heisman is a joke anymore. 2 back-to-back quarterbacks from the same school. Obviously, anyone can be good at Oklahoma the way it is set up, the way their offense is set up. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, I guess, next man up for Oklahoma. And obviously, Kyler Murray came in and did what Baker, really added to the legacy of Oklahoma quarterbacks. Not
He
too
sure
shabby for Lincoln Riley. His first 2 years as head coach, 2 Heisman trophies.
He's stacking up that resume. I'll tell
Sure
you
is.
that.
Yeah.
He can just slide that paper over. Why should we hire you? And just do that. Not say much.
If he ever leaves. I mean, Oklahoma's a top 10 job. I mean, there are only a few programs I would think he would jump ship for. Ohio State, USC. Normally, I would put Texas as the third best job, but I can't imagine anybody's going to Texas from Oklahoma.
No. But,
That'd be wild.
I mean, I'm trying to be nice here. I really am. I told myself when I got here, I was going to talk to our fans, and I was going to be good. I wasn't going to get upset. I've had an average day at best, but, once I get to talking to the fans, I get my guys G and Jake in the studio, things perk up, and there is no reason for me to be upset. But you know what? That's just not going to happen.
Oh, no.
You know why? Because we're talking about my guy, Dwayne Haskins. Let's get this straight, okay? Now, I know if this goes viral or if somebody outside of Ohio State country sees this, well, you're just being biased because you like Dwayne Haskins. Okay, you can call it that.
Sure.
I don't care. You lost to Purdue. Okay, whatever. 2,167. What does that number correlate to?
What does that number correlate to?
That is how many first place votes Murray got. 2,167.
First place or total?
Total. Sorry. Total votes.
I was like, damn.
My bad. Total. Sorry.
Yep.
Might as well be
Stacking
first place because you won. I don't care.
Sure.
Total, whatever.
Hey.
That's how many votes Murray got. 783. 783.
What's that mean?
That's how many Haskins got.
So you're telling me Murray's 3 times the player that
That's what
Haskins
the
is?
voters want me to believe. So if I was an alien, right, and I dropped down on the planet and never watched football before,
Okay.
and these two went out and played the quarterback position, Tyler Murray is that much better than Dwayne Haskins.
Come on.
So you're telling an alien from out of state who has never watched football. That's what you're trying to explain to us. You want us to believe that he's that much better than Dwayne Haskins. It's not that he lost. It's the disrespect. Why don't you just have him sit at home?
They might as well.
You seen pictures of Tua. I can't even say his last name, and I don't care. Tua, whatever your name is, doesn't matter to me. And Murray, who's going to win the Heisman? Haskins wasn't even pictured.
No.
Why is he even there? So you can have your quote-unquote 3 people be in New York so he can get the experience? I'm glad he got it. That's good for him. That's my guy. But as a fan, you want me to believe, if I never watched football in my life, that Murray is that much better than Dwayne Haskins. And don't say, well, look at the numbers. His numbers don't match. Nope. Don't say, look at the opponent.
Look at the
Shut
defense.
up. Shut up with that. Okay? And don't use Purdue. One game. It's not like he came out and threw 5 interceptions that game, okay? The whole team got beat. So don't give me none of that nonsense. That vote tells me that Murray is that much better than Dwayne Haskins. That's what you want me to believe as a person that watched football, that Murray is that much better. You flew my homie all the way out to New York to sit in the crowd. 783. He's worth 783 Heisman votes.
I saw something along those lines with, they had what, an hour and a half program. Dwayne Haskins' screen time and his overall, the time they spent on Dwayne Haskins was like 5 minutes and 38 seconds. They showed some season highlights. They showed his home video from when he was a kid and said he wanted to go to Ohio State for the 9,327th time. And I mean, it was just complete disrespect all week. And it was almost like when they would show him there, it was very rare that they would show him there, but he was just kind of like, it's almost like he was just taking it all in. A little bit like he knows like the disrespect is there. And he tweeted after being listed. So after this whole weekend of just really being an afterthought, he's named 3rd team All-American.
3rd.
And he said, quote, keep adding fuel to my fire. I mean, the disrespect is real, man. It really is. And I don't get it. And before the playoff committee figured out their top 4 teams, I was talking to my dad about it, and he said there's no way we get in no matter what because the media just hates us. Everybody hates us. And I was like, I think that's a little far. I'm starting
to believe it. And and I know people are going to say, you're just a homer. You lost to Purdue. I don't care at this point, okay? The blatant disrespect. Don't bring him to the presentation.
Sure.
Just have it be a 2-man. It's okay. It used to be like 5 or 4. And it's whittled down to 3. Just go ahead and whittle it down to 2.
Why not?
It ain't going to hurt my feelings at all because he didn't have a shot. Like, we didn't have a shot to get in once Oklahoma won. We didn't have a shot. So don't act like you're doing him a favor by, well, you get to go to New York.
He deserves to go.
You get to shake people's hands, and we'll show you on the screen for 2 minutes, and we'll show a package of your highlights. Are you kidding me right now? This man right here, this guy right here is 3 times worse than Murray. Okay, have me believe that. I've seen this man play the quarterback position. Okay, but all right, we'll see.
Seth Hammerly has a good comment in the Facebook comment section here. The Heisman Trophy is a popularity contest now. It's not what it used to be. Haskins will get the last laugh in the NFL. Ohio State has been disrespected all year long by the media and especially ESPN. And Robin Young says it's always been the Buckeyes against the world. Chuck Roberts agrees. So does Campbell. They'll go, Haskins will do way better in the NFL. And he's right. And Haskins, I do believe, will get the last laugh here. He's going to make more money. He's going to be more successful in the NFL. And, maybe this is just a part of his journey. Maybe he, in a couple years, when he's tearing up the league, looks back and say, yeah, it really pissed me off when they brought me to New York just to be paraded around a little bit while they talked about Kyler versus Tua. What the hell am I doing there?
Right. Yeah, I said Tyler. I'm sorry. Kyler. I thought I said it wrong.
I don't know. I didn't
care. I don't care at this point. I don't care what his name is.
Hey, man.
Kyler is 3 times better. I can see if it was, 1,500 to 1,262. Okay, a little bit of respect.
Sure.
Really? He's that much better.
Chris Lyons asked to show the stats against the top 25 defenses. We've got a graphic here, but we'll throw up in a little bit.
Yeah, we got a graphic. It'll be here in a little bit.
It'll be there. Rudy Fisher, Haskins, the only one of the 3 that has everything you look for in an NFL quarterback, and Alan Russell says we got robbed big time. Sean Eagleson says, I personally think he only lost at the beginning of the year. He didn't scramble. It's clear that Kyler Murray's running ability kept Oklahoma alive this year and really kind of cemented his legacy as a Heisman Trophy winner. And Kyler had a great year. But apparently that's what, maybe that's what you need. Just need to run the ball more.
So that's what you tell people now coming up. Listen. Just because you can throw for almost 5,000 yards. And the comment's right. Don't get me wrong. I'm just going into the mind of a voter.
Yeah, Sean's right.
Yeah, his comment is exactly right. But, so if you don't run the ball, you don't have a chance to win. Who cares if you just go out and throw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns, but you only ran for 40? We can't have that as our Heisman Trophy winner. Oh, no. Man, get out of here. But he's exactly right. Listen, Murray's more exciting. Oh, yeah. Gets out the pocket. He can run.
Who knows what's going to happen? What's he going to do next? Play in the NFL?
Put 5'9". Put Haskins in that offense. He doubles that yardage. Doubles it. I'm saying doubles it.
Oh, my God.
Look what he did when he was able to throw in the Big Ten title game. We said 499 wasn't enough. That's what we said. And the reason why I say double it because he doesn't run the ball. Kyler Murray runs.
Sure.
And if not double it, at least a third of it. At least.
It really just – it's really frustrating just overall. I mean, we saw – it's like this is one of the greatest seasons by any quarterback in the history of college football, and it's an afterthought because everybody wants to talk about Tua and Kyler and just ignore the fact that Dwayne almost threw for 5,000 yards and almost 50 touchdowns. He had 47 touchdowns, 47 passing touchdowns, which led the country. And nobody even talked about it.
Not even.
And he played against the best defenses compared to the other 2. We'll get those stats up here in a little bit. But it's just so damn frustrating, man. It's like this kid deserves way more praise than he's getting.
And, there was times during the season where people didn't want him in the game.
Yeah.
There were times. Clint Martell.
Bring Tate in. Let's switch it up a little bit.
And there were times that happened. And he still threw 47 touchdowns.
Yep.
And he came out a couple times in the red zone.
Sure.
Who knows what could have happened then?
Hey, I liked it in the...
And I called for it too. Don't get me wrong.
I
called for the red
did.
zone. I called for the red zone. I'm just saying, could have been 50 touchdown passes. Just saying.
C. Bird says Kyler's about to run to the majors in baseball to get that big money.
And I hope he does.
Should. If you want to be healthy and make way more money, go play baseball. Dude's 5'9".
Yeah.
He's not playing in the NFL. And you know what's funny? Every short quarterback that ever comes out of college, Drew Brees isn't 6 foot. He could be the next Drew Brees.
Can we stop that, please?
Man.
Can we
Good
stop that?
God.
Drew Brees is a certified first ballot Hall of Famer. Not every 6 foot under quarterback is going to be Drew Brees. They could be Johnny Manziel. Okay?
Yes.
Well, Drew Brees did it. Okay. Yes. So everybody that's 6'6" is going to be Michael Jordan. Everybody that's 6'8" is going to be LeBron James.
Yep.
Well, he's 6'8". Look at LeBron James. No, stop it. Just because he's under 6 foot doesn't mean he's going to be Drew Brees. Gee, that's the first person they go to.
Every time. Every time.
Try Doug Flutie. And I'm not throwing any shade on Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie,
but he ain't Drew
quarterback.
Brees.
No.
But he had a good NFL career. Drew Brees is the first name we go to. Watch out now.
Hey,
Drew Brees.
this kid, I know he's only 5'9", but he could be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Jeez.
Remember when Jaworski said that about Kaepernick?
Yeah.
He could be one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
One good season. That's why I tell people, relax. Oh, Hall of Fame. And now what? Oh, I don't know. I can't say anything. Same thing with Kyler Murray here. Everybody's going goo-goo and gaga. And then when Haskins is doing his thing in the next level, and Kyler Murray is hitting triples and stealing bases, that's who we gave our Heisman Trophy winner to.
Yep.
That's the one who was 3 times better than Dwayne Haskins at playing the quarterback position.
I wonder if he didn't play baseball if he gets the award, because so much of his hype was, hey, he plays baseball too. He was picked in the first round of the MLB draft. This kid's going to go play baseball. Yeah. And then he takes the same exact photo as Bo Jackson did with the baseball bat over his shoulder pads when Bo Jackson's 3 times as big as he was and 3 times the athlete he'll ever be. Damn it.
That's funny. Sean Eagles says Russell Wilson, ? Ha. Go there. They don't even go to Russell. They go straight to Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, Russell Wilson is a beast.
He is.
But can we go there first before we go to Drew Brees?
A very good NFL quarterback.
My
who's
goodness.
Undersized.
Can we go? He might be the next Russell Wilson. No. Bypass all that. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees was under 6 foot when he came into the league. Look what he's doing. David Campbell says Tua won't even play quarterback in the NFL. And Brian Schwelling says, yeah, everybody who's 5'7" is going to be the next Brian Schwelling. Oh, man, I tell you. Sean Brannigan, Urban Meyer never gets respect either from ESPN or Paul Feinbaum. Yeah, he bites. And Sean Eagleson said something about Wisconsin. We'll get into a little bit of Wisconsin later when we talk about a former basketball player who I have a fiery passion against.
Oh, fiery.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll hit on a couple more Ohio State football news and notes here. The day of the Heisman ceremony, let me know what you thought about this. This is a direct quote from Haskins on Twitter. No matter what, Buckeye Nation, it's been a blast being your quarterback. Win or lose tonight, my dreams have been achieved. Thank you for your unwavering support. And go Bucks. Now, Corey, let me ask you something. Does that statement sound like a guy who wants to come back and play another year of college ball for free?
That statement sounds like he gone.
He's gone.
He gone. Bye-bye.
Now, he hasn't officially said, I am entering the 2019 NFL draft. But
he's gone.
He's gone. He's got to be.
He has. What reason is there to come back? There is none.
I mean, Ryan Day can say all he wants. Come back. We'll compete for a national title. I'll completely set up my offense around you so you won't be running read options, and you can fight for the Heisman again, and we can go win a national title. But the money's there.
Yeah, the quarterback class is weak.
What is there to prove? He could break his own Big Ten passing records. Right. I mean, those aren't going to be touched for a long time. I can't imagine.
Yes. If he played 5 years at Ohio State, he would have every single Ohio State passing record known to man. But what's the point?
No. I mean, the dude's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. He's going to be guaranteed $30 million, and he's going to succeed. It might not be right away compared to, with these teams at the very, top of the draft right now, not looking so sharp. But next year, he's going to have to compete with Tua Tagovailoa and Jake Fromm out of Georgia and a couple others. I mean, this year's draft is wide open for quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. So let me read that again. No matter what, Buckeye Nation, it's been a blast being your quarterback. Win or lose tonight, my dreams have been achieved. Thank you for your unwavering support, and go Bucks.
For anybody who just listened or read that, if you think, okay, minds can be changed.
Sure.
He's not 100%.
You never know.
Gone. He's not 100% gone.
Maybe now that Urban Meyer's retired, he could slip him a check for $5 million.
But that's a tweet of a young man that said, okay, it's time for me to prove to you what I can do at the next level.
Oh, no.
That's what that sounds like.
Jason Clifton, Haskins to Pittsburgh. He's praying.
Oh. Pittsburgh don't have a high enough pick. I'm good.
Yeah. Hey, let us know in the comments what team, who's your NFL team, or who would you like to see Haskins go to? I mean, there's a lot of, like, if you're a Packers fan, you're not probably going to want Haskins, because Rodgers is going to play for another 5 years and then Haskins will be gone. But who do you want to see him go play for? Let us know.
Please not Pittsburgh.
It'll be fun.
Lord, please.
Sean says Cincy. David Campbell says the Raiders. Now, I'd be A-okay with that.
Who said Cincy?
That would be Sean Eagleson.
No!
Please not Cincy.
I'd rather him go to Cincy than, I tell you what, I'd be a Bengals fan. And I've said this before on this program, wherever Dwayne goes in the NFL draft, I am going to be a big, big, big fan of that team. Now, there are certain teams that I am hoping and praying he does not go to. I'm a Cowboys fan. Things are lining up right now that he could be the pick for the Giants there. Somebody said the G-men in here.
I think the stars are aligned for him to go to New York. We were talking about that before. I mean, they're terrible.
He would succeed. You got Saquon, you got Odell, young guys, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. They got talent
Evan
out
Ingram,
there,
Sterling
man.
Shepard, Odell Beckham, Saquon Barkley. All you need is a young gun slinger. I know it hurts as a Cowboy fan. I understand. Because if you start rattling off about Pittsburgh or Cincy or Baltimore,
Please, no.
I get it.
Evan Weckerly says Vikings. I see a lot of Cincy, actually. A lot of Bengals fans in here.
Hey.
Ship Dalton down the road, they say. I do like that. Sean Eagleson says that. Jennifer Irvin, the Redskins seem to be having quarterback issues. Please not an NFC East team, preferably. I mean, Robin Young says Cowboys with Zeke. I would love that, but I don't think they're going away from Dak, unfortunately, as much as I would like that. Los Dos, Haskins to the Falcons. That'd be nice.
Chuck Roberts. No, we don't want him going to Pittsburgh. No. He said, we'll give them Josh Dobbs.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll just give him.
Just toss him off to the side. Jimmy Walford, a lot of teams that would take him, not likely. I'd love to see him and Zeke in the same backfield. That would be fantastic. Randy Russell's a Saints fan, but they won't get him, he says. Jennifer says New York would be good for him. Clinton Masters, how about them Cowboys? Brandon Buckley says, asks a question you said earlier. Do you think the Cowboys could beat the Saints at their stadium in the playoffs? I don't see it. I don't. I mean, certainly they've got a chance in defense travel, so that's great. But what they did a few weeks ago, shutting the Saints completely down, not going to happen again.
Yeah. You got to score some points this time.
Now, here's a good one. Damon Smead, Haskins to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I'd be totally cool with that.
They need a quarterback. Yeah. Desperately. Oh, my goodness.
They
had Cody Kessler up in there slinging the ball around. Ooh. And I watched a lot of Cody Kessler football last year. That's not the answer.
No.
Cody Kessler is not your answer, Jacksonville. Take it from me. No.
Yeah, they're gonna need somebody else. We'll probably look for him in the draft, and maybe they do. Maybe they go get Dwayne Haskins. You get Leonard Fournette there. They've got a lot of money in that offensive line, and that defense has a lot of playmakers on it. They're very loud. They're a very loud defense, and when things aren't going right, things are really bad in the locker room when they're losing on the field. But I think a guy like Dwayne Haskins comes in and changes that. I mean, right around.
Yes.
Jacksonville would have to be the favorite in the AFC South next year with the Colts. Andrew Luck. Colts are building a nice program too. I think I saw Alan Russell say the Colts, but you ain't getting rid of Andy Luck. That's for sure. Chris Totter, to the Saints with the rest of the Buckeye All-Stars. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Murray,
I'll take that. You're going to sit for a while, but I'll take it.
Hell yeah, man. Breeze play for another 2 years at least, I'd say. So, he's gone.
He gone.
And just enjoy him. He's going to play in the Rose Bowl, he said. I would be shocked if he changes his mind and doesn't to protect his draft stock.
I think he's going to play to prove a point.
Yeah.
Now, at this point,
Pissed off, man.
I think he's going to be like, I don't want one run play called. I think he wants to sling that ball around there and be like, oh.
Because
Okay.
Washington has a fantastic pass defense.
Yeah, I think he wants to prove a point.
They were the only team this year. I'll have to look up the stat. I think I got this from Bruce Feldman of The Athletic. I want to say maybe SI, but I'm pretty sure the Washington Huskies are the only defense to not allow a pass play from more than 40 yards this year. Now, give me about 5 minutes into that Rose Bowl. I think that record is gone.
And now that
Why not the
graphic
Jets?
that we were talking about is about to appear.
Oh.
Those numbers of the robbery of Haskins.
All
Look
right,
at
folks.
that. Look at that.
So this is from Tony Girdman of the Ozone. Tate Martell tweeted this out without any credit to Tony. Rough. Tony tweeted this, and then Tate was like, you want some numbers? I'll give you some numbers. So there you go. I mean, you can see it on your screen. Against top 30 Power 5 defenses this season, Haskins is blown away. Tua Tagovailoa. Kyler Murray not pictured against the top 10 defenses there because he didn't play one. Go figure.
What? No.
Very interesting.
And that's your Heisman.
Against top 10 defenses, Haskins 430 and 6 touchdowns. Tua only had 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kyler Murray didn't even play him.
And like I said, if you're just now tuning in, I'm not as upset of Kyler Murray winning the Heisman. It's the disrespect that Haskins got.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, not Tyler. I said Tyler earlier. Kyler Murray,
Him
whatever
too.
his name is, his sister, I don't care. It's not 3 times better than Dwayne Haskins. Come on.
That's what Chris Lyon says. But that's the best player in America. Our guy Timothy Roberts is in here. What's up, Tim? Brandon Buckley, do you think they change the playoffs to 6 in the next couple of years? I tell you what, nothing's going to happen if the Big Ten commissioner, Jim Delaney, doesn't grow a pair and stand up for our teams. Big Ten hasn't had a team in, and this is 2 years in a row, maybe 3. And it's like, they asked him about it, and he's like, well, big congratulations to those 4 teams. They were the most deserving, so good for them. It's like, how about you stand up and say, I've got a 12-1 Ohio State football team that just put 62 on the number 1 defense in the country with one of the best head coaches to ever do it on the sideline. And we played the better strength of schedule than Alabama and Oklahoma and, all these folks. Like, Jim Delaney doesn't say that. He doesn't stand up for his team. So if he doesn't do that, who knows? Maybe we'll never get. If the conference commissioners are just like, nah, this is fine.
We got to go undefeated. That's all to it now.
I guess that is. I mean,
13-0.
And I thought, I guess you got to lose early if that's the case. If you're going to lose, you got to lose early, like we did in 14 against Virginia Tech, because losing
Late.
halfway in the season, a little bit after that,
Yeah.
not going to do it. You got too much ground to pick up. Sandra Hutchinson says they need to be 8 in the playoffs. I like that one. I like the 8. The 18 playoffs.
I like 6. We got YouTube over here. SAC3074 says, here we go. Here we go. Ryan Shazier and Cam Hayward. And he says, San Antonio Holmes, Super Bowl MVP. Here we go. So he's got some Pittsburgh thing going on over here. Hey, Pittsburgh
San
fan.
Antonio Holmes, my guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep going here through some Ohio State football news and notes. We'll get to some recruiting, some Buckeyes in the NFL. Ryan Day, new head coach Ryan Day. I guess not yet, not until after the Rose Bowl, not until January 2nd.
The offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator Ryan Day has removed the interim tag from wide receiver coach Brian Hartline's title. Hartline officially a full-time member of the staff here. That's a no-brainer, I think. I mean,
No-brainer.
you could see just the performance of the wide receivers this year was like nothing we have seen since Urban got here. I mean, we had some pretty successful seasons. 13 and 14 were pretty good passing the ball. but the receiver group really was the main leader of this team this year. It wasn't just their play on the field, but their leadership off it. And Brian Hartline has done a fantastic job. I mean, we actually saw guys getting better from the beginning of the season throughout the season. It's unbelievable. It's like he was developing the talent. And the one good thing about our former wide receivers coach was that he was a hell of a recruiter. Well, you're telling me that he's better than Brian Hartline. We haven't seen a whole lot of Brian Hartline, but when a actual wide receiver who played at The Ohio State University and was very successful, and when played in the NFL for 9 seasons and set the Miami Dolphins single-game record for receiving yards, when that guy sits down in your locker room or in your living room, you are listening to him way more than any fat, bald douchebag.
I always say, if you're going to tell me to do something, make sure you can do it. That's how I feel. I never be mean. Go run. Can you? Just saying.
There's always the big fat gym teacher in school, like, hey, take a lap.
And Brian Hartline can do it. He's done it at a high level. So, of course, those young men are going to go listen to him, and it showed. Perfect. I mean, it was a no-brainer.
No-brainer. Great move for Ryan Day. And there's a comment in here. Clinton Master says, according to Maryland's 24/7 page, Larry Johnson is staying. Great keep for the defensive line. I did see that report. Nothing official yet, but if Larry Johnson wants to coach, God help us, I sure hope he stays in Columbus because the man is fantastic. Couple All-American names here. Michael Jordan was named first-team All-American at center by Sports Illustrated. Kind of surprising to me. I didn't think he had a fantastic year, really. Certainly not worth first-team All-American. He was named third-team All-American at center in the Associated Press, along with Dwayne Haskins, third team at quarterback. Come on.
I've got nothing.
Yeah,
I've got nothing.
We've discussed that at length. I did see a comment here I want to get to.
I seen one too.
Damon Sneed said, who's the best overall player in the NFL from Ohio State?
That was the one.
I'm going with Michael Thomas over Zeke.
Ooh.
What are your thoughts?
That's a good question.
We have some Buckeyes in the NFL. You want to just hit that now since we're on the topic of it?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Might as well ask him.
Well, the first one I had down here, Damon, Michael Thomas, 11 catches, 98 yards. Breaks the NFL record for most receptions in his first 3 seasons, and he's got 3 games to go still, plus the playoffs. That record is going to be shattered. And Michael Thomas, maybe my favorite player in the NFL. That's a tough one. I mean, he is.
I'm going to say, who you going with?
Michael Thomas, I think, makes Zeke is much more important to his team. I would. That's my initial reaction. Zeke is much more important to the Cowboys than Thomas is to the Saints. I think from a talent level, they are both top notch. I mean, they're going to be the best at their position in the league in 3 years. And it's tough. Michael Thomas over Zeke, I'm not sure I can get there just yet. But maybe that's just because Zeke does more for his team than Thomas does. And clearly Thomas catches the ball more than anybody has ever done in 3 years.
I'm going with Zeke just because of that. That's their first option. Zeke. Everybody get Zeke the ball.
They have to. He had 40 touches.
You have to. And that's why I'm picking Zeke. You have to get that man the ball in the Dallas offense. Not saying Michael Thomas doesn't need the ball, but you can survive Kamara, Ingram, Drew Brees.
He threw on Thanksgiving Day. He threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different undrafted
Taquan Smith's coming out of nowhere. So I mean, Zeke is the guy.
Yeah, Zeke is a superstar. I got to give it to him. Sean Eagleson says Billy Price, who day? Timothy Roberts says Mike is balling though. Bowie Zone, Zeke by far. Bill Girding says, just got here. Do you know Dwayne is going to play in the Rose Bowl? He says he's going to. I'd be surprised if he changes his mind and he's pissed off about the Heisman stuff and third-team All-American. He wants to put on a show. So I would be very, very surprised if he does not play.
Zach Kaiser here on YouTube says Jordan as a blocker had a phenomenal year. He said he lacked as a center, but cut him some slack. He had never played the position before.
Very true. And you're not, I mean, how often do you hear of a 6'7", 315 guy playing center? Doesn't happen. I mean, you're not supposed to. You're supposed, normally your smaller guys play in the middle of the offensive line. Michael Jordan, I saw, is the number one, according to Matt Miller, Bleacher Report's NFL draft scout. He has Michael Jordan as his number one guard coming out of college this year. And Jordan hasn't said that he's going pro or not yet, but he probably will be. He's eligible to go, and he's highly rated, ready to go. And I guarantee he doesn't want to play center next year. Maybe they have somebody else to play center, but.
And also on YouTube, Cheryl says, "Hi guys, Dwayne Haskins was dogged badly. Bunch of haters."
Bunch of haters. You got that right, Cheryl.
Haters.
Brody Smith had a good comment here about the linebackers coach, because we got to get rid of Bill Davis. He's gone. He has to be gone, no question. He said, we got to get somebody like Bobby Carpenter or A.J. Hawk, just like Heartline. Young men are going to listen. How about James Laurinaitis?
Hey.
That's my pick.
I know he's over there on the Big Ten Network doing a little bit of, pre-show, after-show, analyzing some football.
Yep.
Give him a little ring.
He said, I heard him on 97.1 a few weeks ago, said something about if he were ever to get a call, it would be incredibly difficult for him to not seriously consider it. I was like, shit, call him up. You kidding me? Anybody's better than Bill Davis or another good replacement for a linebacker coach. It'd be tough. It'd be a tough sell, I think. Marcus Freeman, who I think Laurinaitis played with at Ohio State. He wore number 1, if I recall correctly, in the mid-2000s. Freeman is the linebackers coach and defensive coordinator for Luke Fickell's Cincinnati Bearcats. And if they were to give him, I don't think he would leave that defensive coordinator job to just come be a linebackers coach. I think he would need to be in title, co-defensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, whatever, whatever the title may be. But he's going to need a pay raise. But definitely a name to look at.
And you got to think about it. He's not that far out from playing for Ohio State.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. A.J. Hawk's a little bit, but still. But Laurinaitis?
I mean, Laurinaitis played 05, 06, 07, 08.
Yeah. He can still put on the pads and show you how it's done.
He is the
move. I'll do it.
St. Louis Rams, and I'm saying the St. Louis Rams. He's the Rams all-time franchise leader in tackles. A.J. Hawk has that same pedigree with the Packers.
Yeah.
All-time leading tackler
crazy.
in the Packers franchise history, A.J. Hawk. Laurinaitis, same with the Rams. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. Laurinaitis would be a home run.
I like that one, too.
What you got?
Sean says, what about Shazier coming on as a coach?
Ooh,
man.
Shazier is he's squatting.
He's coming back, man.
Shazier is
I would like that, too.
Extremely
now,
nice.
They've watched Shazier play. These players
recruits,
now. Yeah, recruits now. They seen him play. Laurinaitis, not so much. Shazier, yes.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You see him play. Man, that would be nice.
Brian Schaefer says Mike Vrabel would be my choice. Vrabel would be a home run hire, but as a NFL head coach, he's not taking anything other than a head coaching job. I can't imagine.
Right.
It'd be nice to see him come back, see him in the scarlet and gray. That'd be pretty cool. Chuck Roberts, I'd like to see Shazier on the sideline. That'd be nice.
Carey, it's not happening. You guys will have to trade up. It's not happening.
Not happening. We're not even talking about it.
I've seen it.
Back to the NFL.
Back to the NFL.
Michael Thomas, 11 catches, 98 yards. I mentioned that NFL record for most receptions in his first 3 seasons. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 touches.
40 touches.
Pretty sure dude had 12 catches.
Man.
12 receptions and 28 carries. I mean, 28 carries is a load in one game. Not to mention 12 grabs as well. 113 rushing yards, 79 receiving yards. I mean, it single-handedly keeps Dallas in the game with Prescott turning the ball over 3 times, I think. Horrible turnovers. Horrible. I cannot believe Dallas won that game. And praise be to Amari Cooper for that performance, getting me into my fantasy football playoffs.
Oh,
Appreciate that, Mr. Cooper. Marshawn Lattimore had a good game for the Saints, 5 tackles, 1 pick, and a forced fumble. And shout out to an old name here, Garyon Conley.
Garyon Conley.
He was a first-round pick for the Raiders a couple years ago. Same first round as Marshawn Lattimore and Malik Hooker, who's playing pretty well now that he's healthy in Indianapolis. Conley was hurt a lot his rookie year last year. Hardly played at all, and he's been kind of dinged up this year, but he came back and played extremely well on Sunday. Really shut down Antonio Brown.
That's a hard thing to do.
And he shut down Tyreek Hill a couple weeks ago when they played the Chiefs. I mean, Conley is healthy. He's young. He's extremely athletic. And he's, could be a cornerstone for this rebuilding Raiders franchise.
And now the Raiders just need to get good because they're not even in conversation for anything.
Well, they've got 3 first-round picks.
And they've been giving away all their good players.
Yeah. It's like, and that's
Chicago and Dallas is like, thank you very much.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, why would – it seems like GMs are so enamored with the idea of picks. Well, the potential. Well, you've got a guy can succeed right now. It's like you have a proven commodity or you want this potential. So they're trading away Khalil Mack for a first-round pick. Like maybe we can even draft a guy like Khalil Mack.
That first-round pick will not turn into Khalil Mack. I am already – no, it's not happening. It's not.
Maybe they'll take Dwayne Haskins.
They won't.
I'd be a Raiders fan. I'd be all right with that. Last one here for the Buckeyes. Joey Bosa, big game, of course. 6 tackles, 1 sack. Took down the Bengals.
I was watching Joey Bosa.
Joey B.
I forgot how good he was. Just because he was, he was hurt, ain't played.
He didn't play the first 10 games this year.
Goodness. Like, he ain't miss a beat. I'm like.
Dude's
and teams were looking at that and they're like, his brother's available? Let's go get him.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Nick Bosa could have not played a snap this year and still been the number 1 pick in the draft. And his number 1 pick in the draft is, almost solidified by the fact that there really isn't an elite quarterback prospect in this draft class. Minus Dwayne Haskins, I mean, he has a ton of potential, but the fact that there really isn't a, surefire quarterback you're going to take number 1. I mean, last year you had Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. All guys who went in the first round. And, that was the talk last year. Get your quarterbacks now because next year there ain't nobody out there.
Nobody.
And then Dwayne Haskins had this ascension to stardom. Mike Tackett says, imagine if both Bosas are in the AFC West next year. Because the Raiders, Raiders could take him. Number 1, if the Raiders, it depends on how these last few weeks fall.
Between the Raiders and Niners?
There are like 4 teams that are 3-10 right now. You got the Raiders, the Niners, the Cardinals, I think are there, and maybe the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Not
my Browns, though. That's all I know.
Not the Brownies, baby. You got that right. How about that? That's insane. 5-7-1. Not mathematically eliminated.
He better hope he can get Nick Bosa for giving away Khalil Mack.
Niners, Cardinals, Raiders are all at 3-10.
Niners, Cardinals, Raiders.
That can't be right. Are the Atlanta Falcons? No way. That can't be.
The Atlanta Falcons are bad. They're terrible.
4-9.
They're 4-9. Yeah, they're bad.
Are they really?
Yes, they have Matt Ryan. What do you expect?
Well, damn, Jackie. I mean,
what do you expect?
I didn't expect
4-9.
4-9.
But yeah, he better get Nick Bosa after giving away Khalil Mack.
Jets 5, Bills 6, Jags 7. Those are the 4-9 teams. The Niners, if they end up with the number 1 pick, they're taking Bosa, no question.
No question about it. You got Garoppolo, Jimmy G, you got your quarterback.
Yep.
Get your defensive cornerstone. And there you go.
That'd be pretty sweet. I'm no Niners fan, but
me neither.
I'll certainly be rooting for baby Bosa out there. Sean Eagleson. Is that what you saw?
Chargers straight up?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think they'll do that.
Chargers are right there, man. They're right there.
Dude, the Chargers, they are quietly a game behind Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Just quietly moving along. Nobody
just one game now.
Yeah, nobody talk about the Chargers.
Is that right?
If they would if Kansas Kansas City won. Never mind. Kansas City had to lose against Baltimore,
but they play this Thursday.
Yeah, but they play this Thursday.
That'd be interesting. Brandon Buckley, how do you like Oliver? I'm thinking he's talking about Ed Oliver, defensive tackle out of Houston. Big fan. Think he's going to be a stud. I'm not sure he goes. They might take him at 2. The Arizona Cardinals might. I'm not sure. He might fall to the Falcons or the Jets, the Bills. He's kind of slipping just a touch from what I hear, just because of, maybe his pass rush isn't all the way there like they'd like it to be, and maybe, things didn't go so well with his head coach near the end of the season, so who knows. JP Pooley joins the program. Thanks, JP.
Hey, JP.
So that's it for the Buckeyes in the NFL. Good week for them for sure. We'll be talking about them as we go through the rest of the regular season and into the playoffs. We're going to have Buckeyes making plays, baby.
Yes.
As they do.
Buckeyes making plays in the playoffs. Maybe my Browns next year.
Hey. The Browns could be. They're not out of it just yet.
Not yet.
Let us know in the comment section. We got about 10 minutes left here. Do you want to talk about recruiting, Ohio State football recruiting, or do you want to talk about Ohio State basketball?
Ooh.
Let us know. We've got I don't want to sprint through them both. We
Or do you
probably
want
could
to talk
about them
about
both.
terrible voting? No, I'm playing.
Oh. How about the Browns? Buckley says, I want the Browns to draft the Alabama O-lineman, Jonah Williams. That would be a home run if that left tackle fell to the Browns, wherever they pick. Right now, the Browns are picking 13.
We found 13?
Damn.
Oh, what you know about that? Who be excited about falling in the draft? Yeah,
Damn.
13. What you know about that?
Hey, man, that is pretty sweet. They're not picking, like you said, they're not going to pick in the first hour of the program this year.
In case you missed it, Mitch asked, do you think Haskins is going to the NFL? He is all but gone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It is now the Tate Martell show. And Timothy says, how do y'all think Tate will do with Day? That's very interesting. With Urban, I thought he was a home run. It was going to be just a marriage made in heaven. Urban loves running quarterbacks. Martell runs. Boom. But with Day, it's wait and see.
Sure.
Hopefully, he's good at, changing up his offense for whoever he has at quarterback. We've seen the beginning of the year.
That's what he said in his presser. He said, we're going to be able to cater our offense to fit our personnel. That's huge.
Yeah. And he knows Tate is down to thrower like Haskins. So hopefully let's get that read option going.
I mean, Tate, if you watch Tate's film in high school, dude can sling the ball.
Oh, he can. I just said like Haskins. That's all I said.
I
say he's not a thrower like Haskins.
No, but
No, he can throw the ball.
You know what?
And that's what made
Tate Martell. He's under 6. He could be the next Drew Brees.
I thought you were going to say something about what were you going to say? But that's what frustrated me was when they didn't have him throw when he came in the game because he can throw the ball.
Sure, yeah.
So this is what excites me with Tate Martell and now Ryan Day. Because with Urban, we knew what we were going to get with Tate Martell.
Oh, yeah.
JT Barrett 2.0.
Pretty much.
That's
a little more flash.
Yeah, that's what the offense is going to be. But now it's the unknown, but I think it will work because I have faith in Ryan Day.
Yes, sir.
Think he's going to pull off something with Tate Martell. And Tate Martell is not shy of any confidence at all. So we don't have to worry about that at all. When he steps on the field, he thinks he's the best player on the field regardless.
Yep.
If him and Kyler Murray was on the field, I'm better.
3 times better.
Right. 3 times better.
Man, oh, man. Bill Girding says, I think the Bengals are going to lose the rest of their games and grab Haskins just so they can beat Cleveland. I'm not sure Haskins will be around for the 7th or 8th pick, I'm guessing. Right now, they're at 11.
Is that another Bengals person talking about Haskins?
Yeah.
That's what you did. I have had enough.
Brandon Buckley. Go ahead. Yeah.
I want to read Brandon. I'm kind of confused here. I want Tate. He has a bigger, better arm than who? Who is he talking about?
Couldn't tell you. Certainly can't be Haskins.
I hope he's not talking about Haskins. Maybe Barrett?
Probably.
It's got to
be Barrett. It's got to be better. I mean, that only makes sense. And he probably does have a bigger and better arm than Barrett did.
Okay. I hope that's what he was talking about.
Man, if Barrett had a cannon, wouldn't that be nice? Because we could make all the jokes about him having a Barrett 50 cal for an arm, like a big sniper rifle. But he didn't.
No, it's pretty bad.
Kind of a bummer there. But let's see. Deion Slaughter said mobile Drew Brees. Tate Martell. I'm telling you.
You know what? That kid right there, man, he's a running Drew Brees. Y'all better watch out.
Watch out.
And he ain't played one college snap yet.
Brandon Buckley said, do you think Campbell will be a second rounder? I think that's a good spot for him. I mean, dude's going to be the fastest guy in the draft probably. Very comparable to Tyreek Hill, I think. Just kind of a big play guy. Needs to work on his route running and his route running has gotten so much better, especially on a Brian Hartline. Go figure. Hands downfield are going to be big for him.
His hands got better by miles.
Yep.
He was catching passes in traffic. Earlier in the year, we were praying he caught him open. Big ups to Paris Campbell, and now he's gone.
Buckley,
That threat, that speed, once he hit the corner, it was over. He has that Teddy Ginn, like,
just second gear.
As soon as it's gone, but he has like that prior. It looks like he's really running, but you ain't catching him.
Yeah,
it's over as soon as he gets night.
He hits you with the
touchdown,
the peace sign too, just like Tyreek does. So yeah, I think he'll be a second-round pick. I mean, I don't think he's that good to be a first-round pick, but you never know. People love their speed.
Brandon said he meant Ben Tate. That's who I want to start.
I'm lost.
When he's talking about Tate Martell, he said Ben Tate.
I don't know who Ben Tate is.
Me neither.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you what he said.
I want to get into a quick basketball comment here because Alan Russell asked about him. Said, we got Bucknell coming in Saturday the 15th. What can y'all tell us about them? Here we are. Value City Arena.
Man, look at that.
Your favorite producer's favorite producer.
He got that crisp. That's an HD pick right there.
Yeah,
look at that. Look at the Ohio, around the Ohio State. At the right area.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
That is very nice. Buckeye basketball team up to 15th in the country in the AP poll this week. The team up north is at number 5, Michigan State, number 9. Ohio State at 15, Wisconsin 16, Iowa 22, Indiana 25.
I'm going to throw out a question.
Damn, that's a lot of Big Ten teams.
We should answer this next week. Do you get as mad when Ohio State loses to Michigan in basketball as you do football?
Not as mad.
Okay.
I'm still pissed.
Okay.
But
if you had to pick one.
I mean, we lose to the Wolverines in basketball maybe once a year. We play them twice. And occasionally a third time in the Big Ten title game. We'll probably lose one on average. But we haven't lost to the Wolverines in football since 2011.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that.
How does that feel? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
It's a mirage.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know how it feels.
I'm certainly pissed off about it, but I'm not as pissed off. That's for sure.
I'm not. Not as much as football. Like, I'm still mad, but listen, football, like I said, it hasn't happened.
It's a war.
Woo.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
The Buckeyes coming off a big win over the Fighting Illini of Illinois, 77-67 last Wednesday. They played on the court that Jordan built in the United Center in Chicago. Pretty cool place. See them playing on the Bulls floor. That was cool. Buckeyes are 8-1, 2-0 in the Big Ten. Our grad transfer, Keyshawn Woods, really like this kid. 18 points, 4 boards, and 2 assists off the bench. Really the glue guy, do it all. He's the leader of this team. Really came in, provided a leadership presence. The game before Illinois, he didn't score a single point. He just does what needs to be done, and he knew he had to score this week, so he did. Caleb Wesson, big man, 13-7. Musa Jallo off the bench, 11-9. Defense played well, holding Illinois to 33% shooting and forced 14 turnovers. So 8-1 for Chris Holtmann and the Buckeyes. That is, he has really exceeded all my expectations so far. It has an outstanding recruiting class coming in. 3 of the top 50 kids in the nation. All 3 of them are their state's Mr. Basketball, and they're coming in next year. We are going to be damn good. We might compete for a title next year.
We got to get this team prestige back to where it needs to be, so when LeBron James Jr. is getting ready.
Bronny.
Ohio State instead of Duke.
That's right.
Yes, UCLA. That's going to be a big one.
That's right. Chris Lyons,
Huge.
The Buckeyes play UCLA. It is a week from Saturday. So not this Saturday, the 15th. It's on the 22nd. That'll be a big one. So I'm excited to see that one.
Glad it's at home.
Some Buckeye news here before I wrap up with a game preview against Bucknell this Saturday. Former Buckeye big man Micah Potter.
Uh-oh.
You guys remember this cat? Micah Potter has played 2 seasons of hoops for the Buckeyes, one with Thad Matta, one with Chris Holtmann. didn't see a ton of time. He actually started, I think, his first game as a true freshman under Thad Matta. He announced 4 days, I think, before the season opener that he was transferring out of nowhere. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody's really sure why. The thought is playing time, especially in our one exhibition game. He got the least amount of minutes for a player on scholarship. What are you laughing about?
Oh, just Chris said he's playing at the Citgo now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. So Micah Potter announces he is transferring to Wisconsin, a Big Ten team transferring to Wisconsin. He's going to play the final 2 years of his collegiate career at Wisconsin next year and the year after. And Micah Potter, man, he is a waste of a scholarship. I hated this kid's guts. Every time he would make one nice play, and everyone would be like, "Oh, Jake, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? See what happened?" Kid's garbage. He would make 3 mistakes after that. I mean, every step forward, he was taking 2 steps back. It was just so unbelievably frustrating for a guy his size. There wasn't a ton of effort. Like, the effort was kind of there from time to time, but it was never good enough. He couldn't finish, couldn't hit shots, tried to shoot threes. That wasn't his game. Now he's going to transfer to Wisconsin. Good for you. Go play and sit the bench there.
I take it you don't like that guy.
No, I don't. We used to talk. We talked about him last year. He's just an extreme disappointment. So go to Wisconsin. Go ride the bench. Next up for the Buckeyes, hosting Bucknell Bison this Saturday, the 15th. The Bison, I think I have that right.
Chris Lyon says, let him go to Wisconsin. Kid is soft as Charmin.
Bingo. Who said that, Chris? Yeah, exactly right. Thank you, Chris. The Bucknell Bison are coming to town this Saturday. They are 4-3 on the season. 3 of those wins did come on the road, but nothing too exciting. No big teams, really, they've played. Senior forward Nate Sestina is their big-time guy, averages 17 points, 9 rebounds. Another senior guard, Kimball McKenzie. There's a name for you.
I like that name.
16 points and 4 assists per game. So a couple of seniors there leading the team for the Bison. So we'll see. Ohio State should take care of business this Saturday, and then the following game is a week from tonight. Next Tuesday, Ohio State hosts Youngstown State. The Penguins. Maybe we can get Jim Tressel in attendance. And drum roll, not really, your favorite show, the Everything Buckeye Nation show, will be live in person at the Ohio State-Youngstown State game next week with Value City Arena behind us. We'll be bringing you some fun, creative stuff. Not exactly sure what we have planned. Yes. We will bring it to you.
I'm going to try to get in the layup line.
Get in the layup line.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
we'll get to you an old jersey. See if we can get you a Scooney Penn jersey or something. Get you down in the layup lines. But we will be there. We'll be in attendance. So we won't be in studio next week, but we'll be bringing you some stuff, maybe some pregame, halftime, postgame stuff, quick little videos. So make sure you are here for that. But I'm excited. It's going to be my first time seeing Chris Holtman and the Buckeyes in person. I didn't get to see him last year. So excited to see the team in person, and we will be there next Tuesday. So don't expect to see the show here live in studio, but we'll be bringing you all kinds of stuff. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
You got anything else here?
Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you miss any second of this Everything Buckeye Nation edition,
this delightful program,
iTunes, Google, SoundCloud, all the great platforms, YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And that's all I got for you.
Please do head on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button on the Everything Buckeye Nation page. We really appreciate that. We need it to happen. We need y'all's help. So hook us up there on YouTube, Everything Buckeye Nation. Give us a like and a share. As always, if you missed it, you can hear us, just like Corey said.
If you missed
iTunes,
his rant
Google
on
Play.
his guy, if you missed my rant on my guy, make sure you watch it again. They were great rants.
They were pretty solid. See, normally you bring the rants in.
Hey, that's what I like.
I tell you, I can bring it from time to time.
I got to find some more people you don't like. I got to start doing some research.
There you go. Thanks, Chris Lyons. Thanks, Char Miller. We really
thank you.
appreciate you guys. Everybody who's in the comments all night. Alan Russell, Tim Roberts, everybody. Appreciate you more than you know. So we will be back. Clinton Masters, thank you. Chuck Roberts, thank you. For producer G, Corey Boyd, I'm Jake Smith signing off saying go Bucks and OH.
I-O.
See you.
Yeah.